Wow. History ni mrefu. Let me tell you Maina, history ni mrefu. History ni mrefu. Hey, sasa fununu zinasema kwamba Azziad alipata fame. Vile alipata fame ikamwingia kwa akili. Cause sasa anatembea na watu wako na pesa. Pia yeye anaona she has like akona hiyo do. Simejua venye influencing inakuanga. Like influencing has money obviously, kuna pesa, lakini si millions and millions of money. Na uwezi influence tu leo na kesho alafu uamke wewe ni millionaire the next day. Like it's a process, unaona? Lakini sasa yeye akashikana na Morgan, huo boyfriend yake, wakashikana wakaona wanataka kukuwa millionaires na hakuna trusting the process. They have to be millionaires and they have to be millionaires today. Unaona? Hapo ndio shida ilianza. Mara wako addicted kwa gambling, sijui ni gambling. Mimi sijui nita break down history aje by the way. Ndio muelewe. So hiyo 400k yenye wanasema ati hajarudishia the friends is actually kidogo, kwa sababu ile pesa mingi yenye ako nayo ya watu ni tycoon, ni watu sasa kutaja majina, but ako na pesa ya watu rich, like watu rich, watu rich kwa Kenya huku society yetu, wale watu mnasikiaga rich people like, na ni married men wengine, yani ma celebrity, okay? So yeye na Morgan lifestyle yao haijakuwa make sense. Alafu vile alikuja akasema she's been depressed, nini story. Sawa, mataikun wako zile za alikuwa amejam kwa sababu they trusted this girl and she scammed them. Hajarudisha pesa ya marafiki, hajarudisha pesa ya mataikun, hajarudisha pesa ya anyone, na ni living beyond her. Sasa nasikia mrembo wetu ametumiwa demand letters kutumiwa, akiambiwa alipe. Mara maybe mmekuwa na agreement atafanya kitu like atafanya ABCD alafu hafanyi, maybe ulishamlipa 50%. Yani story ni mingi. Lakini sasa these guys wenye like ni nitawaambia aje, si watu wanapenda drama ati ni politicians wengine, si mtu atakuja kusema ati huyu influencer nilimlipa kafanya ABCD kani hivyo. So wao wamekuwa tu wakitumia lawyers, na hiyo ndio kitu imekuwa ikifanya Azziad attack offline, cause wale watu wenye amemesi na wao like they are ni watu loaded. Hizi hata 400k mnataja hapa ni small money, ni watu wako na do like pesa mingi. Oh my god. Nakumbuka last year around November hapo when nilikuwa naenda offline hizo time, kuna influencer alinitafuta kwa WhatsApp akaniambia hebu chunguza udem, kwa sababu I don't think I'm the only person mwenye nimemtumia pesa na hajani refund. Na mimi sipendi drama. Unajua kuna influencer wapendi story ati sijui kutrend, na kama mimi sipendi drama, but well, just try kuchunguza usikia. Mimi your time I was going through a lot bwana. Mimi niko na mimba yangu, niko na nini, nafikiria mimi nitaanza kuchunguza Azziad. Tena namuona yuko ametravel hata hayuko Kenya, nikasema mimi story wacha hata inihusu. Kumbe huyo sasa ndio anafikiria hiyo. Nitaenda kumuuliza ulikuwa unanipa story gani juu sasa ndio zimelipuka. Kumbe hata hakuwa ananidanganya. Because alinitext around November akaniambia ude manze ni kama anakopa watu pesa na warudishi. Na wengine anawascam. Guy. Kitu kingine huyo boyfriend yake pia yeye hasaidii kwa history yote, cause pia yeye anataka kuishi maisha ya juu. Hakuna hata mtu anajua huyo kijana anafanyanga kazi gani. Mtamwona tu amenunua gari mpya, amefanya nini na ni TikTok. Yani so hao wawili tu hawasaidiani. Unajua venye unaweza kuwa tuseme mimi ni dem alafu niko na tamaa ya maisha ya juu, maybe chali yangu aniambie manze tutafika, lakini take it slow. So ni kama pia huyo jamaa wake ni kumweka hizo vitu kwa akili, wewe ni star, wewe ni celebrity, wewe ni hii babe, tunafaa tununue Harrier, tunafaa tufanye hii, tunafaa so vile mambo ikaenda like wrong kabisa, ikabidi sasa waanze kusema wako addicted, ni gambling, sijui wana bet sana, pesa yao yote inaenda kwa betting, she's going through a lot, ako therapy, mnaona. Kumbe yote ni fast life. Woi.
So apparently Azziad Nasenya is living beyond her means. So let's talk about it. First of all, I understand that she has to. Do I support that it's a must for her to do it? No, but I understand what she has to do to maintain the certain standards she has set for herself. When you're making certain type of content, you have to fake it. You have to exaggerate some aspects of your life for it to sell better. If you come here and portray yourself as a social media baddie, as an influencer, as a fashionista or whatever, if you're like a chef, if you're like a lifestyle content creator, you have to fake some aspects of your life because it only sells better when it looks fake. That's the reality. And I don't know why people are making it such a big deal. That's the reality. If you're a social commentator like me, you can make your content on top of a roof. You can make your content on the street. I make my content when I'm in bed, just wake up, no makeup, because nobody cares how I look. because my content is not based on that. But if you do the aesthetic type of content, you have to exaggerate it. That's just normal. Everybody does it, especially people in those kind of content creation. So I understand why she has to do it, because that is the lifestyle that brings her income. Because if today you saw Azziad in Embasava or in Mbukinya going to Bungoma, are you not the same person that you're going to take videos and expose her online and say, oh, she's so poor, oh, how can she be taking public transport? Are you not the same people? So I understand why certain content creators have to, sell an illusion for them to, make money. Because what lifestyle they are selling, that is what generates an income for them. That's number one. And then number two, Gen Zs, the younger generation. For us millennials, we grew up without the internet, and we are growing up now with the internet, like we are in the internet space. So we know how to blend in two sides. Like we know we can take the real ones, we know what can look real and what can look fake. But for Gen Zs, they are very impressionable. They are young. They see online things and they take it as gospel truth. But because they don't know what life is without the internet. So when they see Azziad like in a business class, they say, that is what I want to do. So I understand what she has to do, because that is her and that is what, sustains her livelihood. But again, it's not necessary. It's not necessary to do it, because at the end of the day, you're the only person who's going to suffer. You're the only person who's going to put yourself in debt. And you're going to, go through a lot of mental gymnastics wanting to sustain a lifestyle that you can't afford. And then another thing, someone like me, I don't depend on the internet to eat. I have a job. I come here yapping. Yeah, I look unemployed, but I do have a job. So for me, I don't really need to do a lot for the internet. I make content just for fun because I enjoy giving my opinions, but this is not my source of income. But if somebody is dependent on the internet to survive, they have to do whatever it takes. It's like if you're at the job, you have to do whatever it takes to keep your job. So it's the same thing. And then another thing, the lifestyle content that we are aspiring to be and chasing and saying, oh, Nara Smiths and whatnot, those people have money, and it's serious money. And majority of them also have partners that can, supplement in case anything goes kaboom. At least they know they can still afford the rent, afford the food and whatnot. You are only 25. You don't have to live in Karen. You're only 23. You don't have to drive a Prado. Yes, all of us want fashionable stepmom's life, but how old is she? She's married with children to a husband who, also has a career. It's not possible for a 22-year-old to be driving a G-Wagon unless you're in crypto and, some wash stuff. And I know we live in the internet where you can, come into like serious money at once. I'm also even contemplating doing funds for fun, But on a serious note, let's be kind, guys. Let's be kind because, it's the world we live in. But for me, the one thing I want to emphasize, if any of your friends come on the internet and expose you for borrowing them money, they are not your friends. Let's get that out of the equation. If somebody you consider a friend will come on the internet and expose you for borrowing them money, for borrowing them something, for telling them the personal information about you, those of hiding my identity, they're not your friends. Majority of you people, when you get to a certain level, you need to understand that not everybody is your friend. Most of the time, people who knew you will be a little bit loyal to you because at least they know you minus the fame. But again, some people want your life. So they get any slightest opportunity to pull you down. They are going to pull you down. That's why you say the enemy is within. But let this be a lesson and a warning to any person that considers themselves a friend of me. If you ever come on this internet and say something personally about me, about my family that I've told you, about that I borrowed you money, or about the fact that I don't have food in my house and I came to your house to eat, or about that when we were younger we were doing some shenanigans, you are not my friend and I'm going to cut you off. Let's make it clear. Those people coming to expose each other, they're not friends. Because as friends, you don't have to expose somebody online. There are many ways you can go around getting your money back. It's unfortunate that friends are the ones that are, doing bad things to each other. We have really lost the value of friendship because what is that? I'm so sorry for her and I hope she gets better. And I hope she cuts off those, how do I call them? People that call themselves friends, because clearly they're not friends. It's so, so unfortunate. But again, it's the world we live in. we have to fake some aspects of our lives. And it's just a fact. Maybe I'm even faking my own lips.
Just a quick opinion, very quick opinion. Now, this is inspired by Azziad Nasenya's story, and I'm seeing two consistent narratives. There are people who are saying, live within your means. Yes, you are an influencer, you need to showcase a particular type of lifestyle, but please try and do it within the means that you can afford. And there are other people who are saying, let us extend her grace. We all fall upon hard times, and let us extend her grace for her to pick up the pieces and get back to where she's supposed to be. And I'm just here to say two things can be true. I can tell you to do both things. I can tell you to live within your means, and I will also extend you grace to pick up the pieces. The people who are saying everyone has debt, who doesn't have debt? I want you to put yourself in the shoes of the friend, not the tycoons or whatever, the shoes of the friend who trusts her and gave her money, and probably that money was even supposed to be used for something else, but then they realize that this money is not going to come back. Can you put yourself in their shoes? It's unfair to them. So we can extend her grace, and we really hope that she gets back, and while she gets back, we hope that she still lives within her.
People have pushed Azziad to live beyond her means, na akakubali iyo pressure. Na sasa the same people are here laughing at her, mocking her, making video of how hafikiriangi, wondering iyo pesa unapata yote ya gigs unapeleka wapi, na ni the same people wali set standards. Yeah, wewe ni celeb, uwezi kuwa na uso inakaa hivyo, you need to get products. Wewe ni celeb, you need to get expensive and trending clothes, and you know, you should have a certain hairline when wanafaa kuwa na kupea wigs za millions of money. You should be taking flight. Utakaaje kwa matatu na wewe ni celeb? You need to keep on upgrading gari. Utaendesha kagari kadogo aje na wewe ni celeb? You bend to that pressure. You suffer inside, you live kwa deni, na hawa watu watakucheka tu. Let me tell you, do not allow people to pressurize you. Mimi nimepigiwa simu na watu wengi sana wenye wananiambia, Jano, this and this celeb hata alikuwa ananikopa pesa. Jano, this and this celeb tulimulipa kwa advertise, hakushow up, na hata pesa yetu tumejaribu hawezi refund, she is broke. A lot of people do tell me issues kama hizi. Si ati ni mambo mageni mjini. It happens because of why you want to make people happy and to have a certain standard. Ndio watu wakikuona wanakuita anti wa mado. Si Azziad peke yake. A lot of people are going through this. Sai Kenya ni kubaya. Na Azziad pengine anaonekana kwa sababu ni public figure, but this is what is happening to a lot of people, a lot of business owners, a lot of these people with big names. Ina happen, and we are not supposed to judge them, lakini we should learn. Mostly ladies, do not live life that you cannot sustain. Ifike mahali unakopa pesa, si pesa ya biashara unakopa, si pesa ya kununua shamba, ni pesa ya atu ununue mafuta ndio watu wasikuseme, ununue wiki ndio watu wasikuseme. Mama, live maisha yako, do what you can. Do not go beyond your means because you want people to be happy. Nyinyi upcoming celebs, nyinyi wenye TikTok mko na tu followers hapa. Nimeona juzi watu wanalia, "Tio, hatuna pesa ya kuchukua flight ya kwenda mazishi ya Otuoma." People are suffering, but wewe hata huwezi piga hesabu if you love leisure that much. Pesa yenye unapata, uchukue gari, chukua ise coach, chukua gari uende Kisumu. Unataka kufly because everybody is flying. Unakopa watu mpaka pesa ya flight shamelessly. Niliona mwingine analia, "Nichangieni, nilikopa sijui nani 50k nimeshindwa kulipa." And you're here laughing at Azziad. Watu sahi wamekataa kutumia akili tu. Kitawaramba sana. Hayo tu.